A very good morning, dear students. Welcome back to 8th standard science video class. Let us start the class with the continuation of the lesson Light Unit 3. In previous class, I explained about how the images are formed by concave and convex mirror. So in convex mirror, two different positions we will get the images, and in concave mirror 6 different positions we will get the image. And we already learned about the size and nature of the image and the applications of concave and convex mirror also. Let us start today class with the topic laws of reflection. What is meant by reflection? Definition of reflection is a ray of light falling on a body and it bounces back. The bouncing back of light rays on polished surface is known as reflection. That means there is a ray of light that falls on a body from an object. The objects are torchlight, candle or sun, which is used as an object. So from an object there is a ray of light falls on a polished surface, smooth surface body. What will be happen? The rays are bounce back, reflected back. That is known as reflection. So once again, the ray of light falling on a body and it bounces back. The bouncing back of light rays on polished surface is known as reflection. In reflection, there are two types of rays are involved. The first one is incident ray I, and the second one is reflected ray R. Incident ray, that means it's the light ray falls on the medium from an object. Here in this picture, the pink color arrow mark represent the incident ray. It is falls to the smooth surface from an object. So from an object there is a light rays or falls to the smooth surface, that is known as incident ray. And the second one is reflected ray. After falling in a medium, the rays are returned back, that is bounce back. That rays is known as reflected ray. This green color arrow mark represent reflected ray R. So the pink color is the incident ray I and the green color is the reflected ray R. And the reflected rays are formed from the incidence of incident ray is known as point of incidence. It is represented by the letter is P or O. So here see, that is the incident ray is falls on the medium from which a point the reflected rays are formed. That point is known as point of incidence. And there is an imaginary line which is perpendicular to the point of incidence is known as normal. Here the dotted lines are represent normal. This is an imaginary line which is drawn from the point of incidence, that is perpendicular to the point of incidence. Perpendicular means 90 degree straight lines, that is known as normal. So in reflection means it has one incident ray and reflected ray and point of incidence and normal. Next we discuss about laws of reflection. The relation between incident ray, reflected ray and normal is explained by the laws of reflection. The first one point is there are two laws of reflection is there. The first one is the incident ray and reflected ray and normal are all lie at same plane, or all which can be lies in the same plane. So look at the picture. So in this picture, the incident ray, the AO which represent the incident ray, and the BO which OB which represent the reflected rays, and the dotted line is normal, or all of them are lie in the same plane in a particular point, the O, which is known as point of incidence. So this is the first laws of reflection. The incident ray, reflected ray, normal, all are lie in the same plane. And second point is angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection. That is the angle of incidence I which is equal to angle of reflection. There is an angle between the incident ray and reflect ray, or both are equal. So angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection. These are the laws of reflection. Next I will explain about the types of reflection. Based on nature of surface, the reflection is classified into two types. The first one is regular reflection and the second one is irregular reflection. The regular reflection, which is otherwise called as specular reflection. If a beam of light, that is the parallel rays, or falls on the smooth surface and it get reflected, the reflected rays are also parallel to each other. That is, the beam of light falls on the smooth surface and the reflected rays are parallel to each other. The both rays are parallel to each other. That is known as regular reflection. That is the angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection. Example for the reflection of regular reflections are reflection of light by plane mirror. If you see your images into the plane mirror, that is the example for the regular reflection. And another one example is reflection of light from the surface of water. So look at the picture. In this picture, we have to get the reflected image of this mountain in the surface of water. So this is the example for the regular reflection. Why? Because means the surface of water is act as a smooth medium, smooth surface. So we have to get the parallel rays. So in these pictures, that is, we will get the regular reflection. And second one is irregular reflection. It is otherwise called as diffuse reflection. Diffused reflection. There is a beam of light falls on a rough or irregular surface. So the beam of light falls on the rough or irregular surface. The surface is not regular and it can be get reflected, but the reflected rays are having different angles which are not having the parallel rays. It is having the different angles. So such type of reflection is known as irregular reflection. So once again, the beam of light falls on a rough or irregular surface and the reflected rays are at different angles is known as irregular reflection or diffused reflection. In this type of reflection, the angle of incidence which is not equal to angle of reflection. Example for this type of reflection is the reflection of light from a wall, otherwise the reflection of light in the blurred or roughed surface of water. So we will not get the reflection of the images. So look at this two picture. In this two picture A and B, which one is regular and which one is the irregular reflection? Yes. A picture represent irregular reflection and the B picture represent regular reflection. Why? Because means that is the B picture, the light rays or falls in the smooth surface and the reflected rays are parallel to each other. So this is the regular reflection. And the A picture, the light rays are falls in the rough surface or irregular surface, and the reflected rays are at different angles which is not parallel. So it is a irregular reflection. So there is, what are the differentiations between the regular and irregular reflection, students? Yes. So the first one is, in regular reflection the medium or surface is smooth, but in irregular reflection the medium or surface is rough. And second point, in regular reflection the reflected rays are parallel to each other, but in irregular reflection the reflected rays are at different angles. And in regular reflection the angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection, that is angle of I is equal to angle of R. But in irregular reflection the angle of incidence which is not equal to angle of reflection. So these are the differentiations between the regular and irregular reflection. So in this picture the first one represents the regular reflection, because the surface of the water is smooth, so the mountain is get reflected in the surface of the water. But the second one is irregular reflection. Why? Because means the surface of the water is wavy, that is irregular in shape, so that mountain is not get reflected in the surface of the water, so it is the irregular reflection. Next I will explain about multiple reflection. There is an activity which is used to explain elaborately about multiple reflection. Take two plane mirrors and keep them in a perpendicular to each other, that is in 90-degree angle, to keep the two plane mirror like this in this picture. Then to place an object between the two mirror, to place one object between the two mirror. What do you observe? How many images are formed in this picture? Yes, there are 3 images are formed in this picture. That is, the formation of multiple images are possible by the principle of multiple reflection. The images are formed by the first mirror is act as an object for the second mirror, and the images is formed by the second mirror is act as an object for the first mirror. So thus we get 3 images. This is known as multiple reflection. And if you change the angle between the two plane mirrors, and you will get more than 3 images. So look at the picture. If you are change the angle between, if you are place it in perpendicular to each other, means you will get the 3 images. If you are placed in the, the angles are changed, means you will get multiple images. The number of images are formed by the plane mirror is calculated by the formula is 360 degree by theta minus 1. The theta which is represent angle of reflection. That is, if you are placed the two plane angles, the angles between the two plane mirror. If your the angle is theta at 90 degree, the value of theta is 90 degree, means how many images we have to get from this mirror is calculated by the formula, simple calculations. So angle of inclinations, that is 90 degree, and number of images formed which is equal calculated by 360 degree by theta minus 1. So substitute the value of theta is equal to 90 degree. So 360 degree divided by 90 degree minus 1, we will get the value is 4 minus 1 is 3. So if you place the plane mirror in 90 degree angle, you will get the 3 images. And students, there is an activity for to you, that is, if you place the mirror with the angle of inclination is 45 degree. So how many images are formed? To calculate by using this formula. Afterwards, you will forward the answers to me. And next one is kaleidoscope. I think all of you saw the kaleidoscope, but you don't know about how the kaleidoscope or work. What is the principle for the kaleidoscope? It's a simple one. It is functions on the principle of this multiple reflection of light to produce numerous patterns of images. That is, lot of patterns of images due to the principle of this multiple reflection. And it is designed by the two or more plane mirror inclined each other, and it produce colorful images patterns. There are different colors of images patterns are formed in this kaleidoscope. We have to place the two or more plane mirrors in inclined each other, that means perpendicular to each other. We have to see different types of images in this kaleidoscope. So students, there is another one activity to you to make a simple kaleidoscope by your own creations and forward the picture of the kaleidoscope you make by yourself to me. Okay students, I hope today's class you just enjoy the today's classes, and in next classes I explained about the refraction of light and the dispersions and refractive indexes. Thank you students.